Cody Rhodes needs a challenger for his WWE Championship. So let's see if we can find him one. So I'm sitting here on SmackDown Hotel, and one of the main topics in the wrestling world today is who the hell is Cody Rhodes going to face? Well, who is he going to defend his WWE Championship against? Now that he's faced pretty much all of his opponents that he has left on the SmackDown roster, there's not really any credible heels left for Cody Rhodes to face. So I'm just making this video to just see if we can book some scenarios for Cody Rhodes, and who is credible enough to face this guy for the WWE Championship in the future. So one of the first guys that I thought of is actually one of his allies, which is Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens, the way that I would make this work is if I were to have Kevin Owens face Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship, you would have to have Kevin Owens turn heel. I think that would be the only way that would make sense, because I don't think it would be smart to have two baby faces face each other for the championship belt. I don't think that's going to be as entertaining as it would be having a heel in the face. But the question is, though, I don't know if turning Kevin Owens heel would make much sense, because why would he turn heel? He was just on Cody Rhodes' side, and if anything, if I would expect anyone to turn heel on Cody Rhodes, it would have been Randy Orton. But Randy Orton is on Raw right now. He's facing Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship at Bash in Berlin, which completely threw me off and threw a lot of fans off, because I would have thought that, okay, Rhodes got past Solo Sikoa at SummerSlam. Obviously, they were teasing Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes in the future. Maybe Orton turns heel on Rhodes, which leads to a Cody Rhodes and Orton feud, which I desperately wanted, which now I think we're not going to get at the moment. I still think we're going to get that, but just not right now. But it's like, okay, what does this leave Cody Rhodes with? Kevin Owens would be a decent option, but I don't think him turning heel would make a lot of sense. But SmackDown does need monster heels. Look at this roster. There are no monster heels on this roster. AJ Styles, we just seen AJ Styles versus Cody Rhodes, so it's no need to even get back to that. Andrade is a face, and Andrade would be a decent name, because Andrade is very talented, but they haven't built Andrade enough to be credible enough to face Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship, and plus he's on fucking speed. Austin Theory could have been, Austin Theory could have been the guy, could have been one of the guys to face Cody Rhodes. Could have been his moment to really show us what he can do in a big spotlight. But over the last couple of years, they have completely ruined Austin Theory. And I honestly don't think it's any way I don't think Austin Theory can recover, bro. I really don't think he can recover. Just look at it. He just got fucking chokeslammed by a guy named Jelly Roll. I don't think anyone's gonna take Austin Theory seriously. for a while. And there's no way you can build Austin Theory within 3 weeks to face Cody Rhodes for the championship. So Austin Theory is out of question. Carmelo Hayes was interesting, but I feel like it's way too early for Carmelo Hayes. Way too early for Carmelo Hayes. He just got on the main roster. And Cody Rhodes and Carmelo Hayes, they just fought each other not too long ago as well. So, like, if anything, I would expect Carmelo Hayes to go after a guy like LA Knight for the US belt. So, keep scrolling. No, Grayson Waller, I don't think he would be a fit. Jacob Fatu is a tag guy, but Jacob Fatu wouldn't be a bad opponent. It's just he's in the tag team, and plus he's one half of the tag team champions. Logan Paul, we already seen Logan Paul and Rhodes. Reigns, that's not happening right now. Orton would have been perfect. Orton would have been the perfect guy right now to face Cody Rhodes for the belt. And Orton heel turn, but apparently Triple H had other options, other plans, and it do make sense that Orton would face Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship belt because, there's unfinished business there. And there's a controversy there because Orton has a case. Orton, could have won King of the Ring. A lot of question there between Orton and Gunther. So I would have, that match makes sense between those two. Although I do think Gunther will retain his belt. I don't think Orton's going to beat Gunther. But that match, even though I think that I believe Orton and Rhodes would have been better, I'm not mad about Gunther and Orton. But this SmackDown roster is so weak as fuck. It's very weak. It's very, very weak. Santos Escobar would be a good case. But it's like, I don't see Santos as a credible guy that I can believe who can take the belt off Cody Rhodes. I just don't see it, man. I really don't. They will have to build this guy up a little bit more for me to believe that he can take the belt off Rhodes, because it would just be like another Logan Paul type of match, because we knew that Logan Paul was not going to beat Rhodes for the belt. So yeah. I mean, you could do, I was thinking that you could possibly do like a triple threat match. Maybe Santos Escobar and Carmelo Hayes. Maybe Cody Rhodes defend his belt against Carmelo Hayes and Santos Escobar in a triple threat match and have him retain. I mean, I guess that would be a little bit interesting. Have him defend his belt against two of the hottest young stars in the on the roster. But even still, it's like we know there's not really a credible threat to Rhodes, man. It's not a credible threat, man, because we know those guys are not going to take the belt this early in their careers. Man, bro, this is SmackDown's in a really tough spot. I mean, okay, they could do a trade. Because if Orton's gonna go after Gunther, does this mean Orton's gonna be on Raw a little bit more often? Is Orton now a Raw roster member, or he's just gonna face Gunther for the belt? Look at this Raw roster. We're looking at this Raw roster. I mean, because if Orton is on the Raw roster, okay, I would expect a trade to be taking place here. If Orton gets traded to Raw, SmackDown's going to need somebody back, and they need a heel. They need a monster heel desperately on that roster. Guys that I think that I believe that could fill that role. Guys like Braun Strowman. You can send Braun Strowman over to SmackDown, turn him heel. That is a monster hero you now have on your roster. Potentially guys like Bronson Reed, even though Bronson Reed is still a little fresh, you know, he's still fresh, but still, Bronson Reed, after what I've seen, that last segment against Seth Rollins, is a guy you could ship over to SmackDown and fill that void of a monster heel, and for, give more guys for Cody Rhodes to face. Let's look at more. You got guys like Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross is another guy. I'm not too big on Karrion Kross. I really am not too big. I think Karrion Kross is. I'm just not. I've never really been sold on him, man. I've never really been sold on Karrion Kross. Even when he was in NXT, even before he even came to NXT, when he was known as Killer Kross, I've never was really sold on this guy. But I feel like he could really get a good shot at Cody Rhodes if he was on the SmackDown roster. The problem is he's on Raw, and he's not doing much on Raw. This would have been an opportunity to give Karrion Kross having feud with a guy like Cody Rhodes and see what he can do in one of the biggest, in one of the biggest storylines on SmackDown for the WWE Championship. This would have been a great opportunity to push a guy like Karrion Kross and to experiment with him. Even though I'm not too high on him, you need guys to fill that role, and I feel like he's still a good heel. Even though I'm not that big of a fan of Karrion Kross, he's still a decent heel that you can slide in that slot. It's tough on SmackDown, bro. It's very, very tough on SmackDown, and I'm a SmackDown guy. I like SmackDown more than Raw, so it kind of sucks that the SmackDown roster looking very weak compared to the Raw roster. Man, it's like I really like those are like my only option that I have. Those are the only options. I really don't want to see Solo and Sequoia and Rose running back again. No, we do not want to see that. So, I mean, I guess either you can turn Kevin Owens heel, do a triple threat match between like a guy like Carmelo Hayes and Santos Escobar, ship a guy like, Strowman or Karrion Kross, or a guy like, I did say Bronson Reed, but Bronson Reed, I don't think that's gonna happen. But Braun Strowman and Karrion Kross are definitely guys that you can ship to SmackDown and have him feud with Cody Rhodes. But it's tough, man. Very, very tough. Yeah. I don't see Reigns going after the belt right now. He's going to be going after Solo Sikoa. I forgot about Shinsuke, but you talk about ruining a character, ruining a wrestler. They completely hold Shinsuke Nakamura ever since he's been on the main roster. And plus, we've already seen Rhodes and Nakamura. Yeah, I don't want to see Rhodes and Nakamura. You know what? Triple H not properly booking Bobby Lashley is coming back to bite him in the ass. Because Bobby Lashley, if he were still on the roster right now, he would be perfect. He would be a great choice to have face Cody Rhodes for the belt right now if he was booked properly. If, the Hurt Business was booked properly. Because a Bobby Lashley Cody Rhodes feud would be very, very interesting in my opinion. That would be an interesting feud. They have history in TNA, so that in my opinion would be very interesting. But no. You know what I'm saying? Bobby Lashley is on his way out. It looks to me that Bobby Lashley might be heading to AEW. So, you know what I'm saying? It sucks that we might not get that Bobby Lashley, Cody Rhodes feud, but I just had to throw that out there. Hey, man. I guess we're going to have to wait and tune in to SmackDown, see what they have planned for us, and see who is next for Cody Rhodes. But, you know what I'm saying? I want to hear what you all thought, and what do you all think? If you all, you know what I'm saying, have any booking ideas or booking plans that you want to share in the comments down below for who's next for Cody Rhodes, you can do that. Make sure you comment, like, share, and subscribe. And that's it for this video. And until next time, I'll see you boys soon. Peace.